Morning, folks. Got a package in the mail today from Illinois. I guess IL. That'd be Illinois. I'm terrible bad about these. People send me stuff. I feel kind of guilty accepting it, I guess, without being able to give you something right back. So I'm kind of bad about putting these on here and thanking folks. I really apologize for that. Perry Butler, he sent me some pecans. Cindy's hoping to make a pecan pie out of those for Christmas, and we'll do a video on that. My friend down the road here at Idaho Mountain Built, he gave me some freeze-dried apricots and some really nice bags. I've been wanting to show them off, and I haven't got that far either. So, man, I'm sorry, but anyway, D. Kilgrove, I think it's Dan, if I remember right. I hope it's not broken. Listen to this. It says open from this end, but the mail nowadays. I sent my uncle in Michigan. That dang bird. As soon as I start turning on the camera and talking, she starts to squawk. Shut up! Anyway, I sent him some pictures in the mail. Well, they came back, and it says unable to deliver or forward. So I called him up, made sure I had the right address. They just didn't do it. Don't know. I sent them back again. Let's see if they get to them this time. Okay. What do we got in here? Okay. Gary and Cindy. I've needed one of these. This is a bag open. This is a conibear setting tool. It's a safety latch. You put it over the springs, and that way if it snaps, it doesn't get you. I've been wanting one of these. I just never have bought one. Thank you very much for that. That I will use a lot. Okay, so what's it say here? Oh wow. It says this box is full of shagbark hickory bark. Break off pieces and put over coals to add hickory smoke flavor to meats and veggies. Also, find a conibear safety clip. I'll be proud to see you use it. It will keep me from cringing when you handle those 330s. Dan. Thank you. This is I'm glad it's not broken. It sounded like it was. I thought, oh, that's not a good noise, but you know, I don't know that I've ever seen a hickory tree. We don't have them in this part of the country. We don't really have any real hardwoods at all. We, you know, there's oaks and maples and things in people's yards, but I don't really see them in the woods. We have mostly pine, fir, aspen, cottonwood, stuff like that, all softwoods. But, yeah, that, you know, those ribs I smoked on the barbecue using that pine, that was ponderosa pine, didn't have a lot of pitch in it, and they turned out really good, but nothing compared to hickory or applewood or one of the better hardwoods for smoking with. And this, like I said, that, thank you very much for that. I'm going to attach that right to my setting tools, because that thing's a very needed tool, and I've never owned one. I have been snapped in those 330s before, and it hurts. You don't want to try it. Camel Cowboy Outdoors, he did the trap challenge, and he stuck his arm in a conibear on purpose, which, holy smokes, he's crazy. I'm really glad nobody challenged me to that. If they did, I would have stuck my hand in a snare. Not one of them power ram snares either, just a snare. Anyway, I ought to roast up that bird. Man, she's loud. Got my truck back together. My dogs are sitting here saying, hey, aren't we going someplace? So, Lily, you want to go for a ride? I'd say that's a yes. So let's run up the mountain here. This summer I had a bobcat on my trail camera, and I want to go up and see if there's any tracks, see if he's still hanging around there. If he is, I'll set a trap or two. And then down the river road, there's a place called Deadwater. It freezes up real bad this time of year. I'm kind of curious. This year's been warmer than most. I'm kind of curious if I could still get across that with my canoe. I've been told that people see wolves on the other side of the river there fairly often. And it's kind of a dangerous spot to put traps though, because if we get cold snap, I won't be able to get across the river to go and check them. So I don't know. Probably not a good idea to set over there, but I'm curious if there's tracks or not. If I can get over there, I might try it and go see what I see, but anyway, gotta get out of this house, get up back in the woods. I'm going stir crazy with the truck broke down and whatnot, so let's go for a ride. Well, doggone mouse problem hasn't gone away yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the little vermin. Ah, man, I'll tell you, never ending. Anyway, this is my beaver trapping bag. And on here is this little carabiner type clip. So, this setting or safety clamp and go right on there. I don't know if I can do that one-handed. Nope. So also attached to that clamp is my setting tools. Now I got that setting tool, or setting clamp too. So thank you very much. That will save a sore arm, I'm sure. Those things, these big old 330s. I mean, when you get snapped in one of those, it's about like being snapped in one of those. Only much bigger scale. It's not a real fun thing to do. It's cold today. The thermometer at the house says it's 15, but look at the river ice in there. It feels colder than 15. The air is damp. I don't know what the humidity is, but it's got to be up there a little ways, because I mean 10 below feels warmer than this. Just passed 2 deer that got run over right there together. Boy, it does a little bit of damage when you hit them 2 at a time. I've never hit 2 at a time. I hope I don't, but then down the road another maybe mile, coyote right in the middle of the road that got run over. Too bad, he's kind of mangled, otherwise I'd stop, pick him up. Too far gone on that one. It'd be more sewing thread than there would be fur. Those deer, I should pick them up. If I knew where there was some wolf tracks, I would. I can legally use them for wolf trapping bait now. You have to take them in fishing game or call and get a slip saying that they're legal though. But today is Saturday, so that'd be kind of a problem, but I can still phone call it in and it'd be on record that I tried. But man, without having a place to go with them, I don't know that I really want to deal with it. Dang near ran over for a turkey right there. Getting to be a lot of those around. We never really had them for a long time, and Fish and Game planted them, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, maybe a little more. And getting to be a lot of them around now. If you've been watching my videos other years, this section of river is all iced up with the ice jam. That bridge, it's private property, but if you walk out to the edge of it, you can get a good look at the river. Taking a lot of pictures from there. There's really not much ice in the river right now at all. A little bit of slush floating, but that's about all. Been a strange year. It's cold enough, you'd think, but usually it's got to get down around 0 or so before it really jams up the river. This little store here, I used to really like that place. About every time we'd go through there, go by here, I'd stop in and buy something, whether it's a bag of potato chips or candy bar or whatever, because I liked the little place. Well, the start of the zombie virus, we were coming back from Montana, and I stopped in there to buy a box of beer on the way home. It's closer. We live 4 miles out of town, so it's closer from this direction to stop in there than it is to go to town and then have to come back. And anyway, stopped in there, buy a box of beer, and the gal wasn't even a little bit nice about it. She hollers at me, "Get out of here, you don't have a mask on." And I said, "Well, all I want is a box of beer." And she says, "Oh, you can't come in here without a mask. You're not coming in here." I said, "Okay, fine." I said, "Trot on over there and fetch me up one. I'll buy it at the door." By this time, I was kind of mad. And she says, "I'm not doing that." And I said, "I ain't going nowhere until you do." And so she did. And she goes, "Next time, wear a mask when you come in here." I said, "Don't worry about it." I said, "There won't be a next time. I'll never be back here again." That's been, what, 2-3 years now? I haven't been back in there, and I probably never will. You know, there's no reason to be unfriendly and nasty. If she'd have asked me nice, I would have probably been a little irritated, but I would have been understanding, and I would have come back. But not when they're unfriendly. Heck with that. There's other places to spend my money. They don't need it that bad. Earlier in the year, when we had that cold snap, there was a bit of an ice jam. So you got this shelf ice along the edge of the river. It makes it hard to cross over the river. There's nowhere to beach your boat or get out. These little icebergs like this, though, always kind of neat to see. Those are probably from the water's edge high. They're probably 8 feet, in places more, 10 feet maybe in some spots. This flat over here, usually just full of elk. I haven't seen any down here lately, but that's why the wolves are in here from time to time. This is the start of what's called dead water. It's a slack water area where it's really deep, and it freezes up pretty early because it is slow moving, and it is frozen right here. Down around the corner here, looks like you could probably get across the river. But trouble is, you know, if I have traps over there and then it turns cold, I can't get over there to get them back or check them. That's slush ice floating down through there. I could get across right here with my canoe. I've done it in the past. I used to trap down here every once in a while, but earlier in the year, I don't know, it's late enough now that I don't think that'd be a very good idea. The weather's been pretty mild this year, but that could change in a big hurry, and then I couldn't get back over there. Right around the corner, I'll go look at that here in a second, but right around the corner here is a big old washout, and it's the upper end of, well, the bottom end of Moose Creek and Dump Creek area. It's got a lot of gold in it. I've canoed across there in the summer months and gone prospecting in years past, and I never found much over there, but it was kind of fun. Well, I don't think this would be the world's greatest idea to do this time of year. It's pretty though. The first year they opened this up to wolf trapping, I had to be in the wilderness area. Frank Church Wilderness of No Return, they call it. From my house to get there is one way about 60 miles, and I had to be across the river on the other side to be legal, and there was only just a couple of spots that I could get across the river safely with the canoe and be out of sight of the road. You know, you don't really want traps right on the riverbank for somebody to come along and shoot your wolf and blow him in half. But I did that. Like I said, it was the first year it was offered. I did that, and to be legal, you have to check your traps no more than 72 hours apart. So every third day, I'd come down here and canoe across the river until the ice got to floating in there too bad, and that ice shelf made it impossible and dangerous to do. And all I got was broke. I never caught anything, never even had a sprung trap at all. But it was fun. I like adventures like that, but it would have been nice to caught at least a coyote or something. This is that washed out area. That canyon up above, up in here, gets really steep. And it's a known gold area. There's quite a bit of it up in there. But me and Cindy, we canoed over here and went and panned for a little while, but didn't find anything. All this gravel at the bottom, there should be some. But I've heard two different versions about how this happened. The official one up the top was that it was accidental, but the other version that I heard was there was a Chinese camp down here, and the Chinese miners were not very well liked, and that version says that they blew up the dam on purpose and killed a bunch of them Chinese down here. I don't think they ever did dig them out. I think they're still up underneath all that gravel. They all seem to kind of like to hang out on this little fan. Today, all I see over there are a couple of deer. There we go. They blend in really pretty well, don't they? Boy, it's cold out here. My fingers are about half froze. Cindy has company coming. So, I can't spend a lot of time doing this today, but man, I needed to get out. You go kind of crazy if you don't. At least I do. I gotta get my mountain time. Man, I'm glad the heater in here works. It's not very pleasant today. Well, shoot, I just looked at the clock, and I'm not going to make it to that spot where the bobcat was today. It's getting too late, and I wanted to stop in and say hi to a friend who lives out this way too, but never seems to be enough time. Always on the go. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Maybe tomorrow I'll run out there and look for that bobcat. Good a spot as any. I got lots of trapping season left, but I can't remember for sure when bobcats end. They just opened the 15th, which I think was yesterday. I don't know even what day it is, but I don't know when they close. February, I think, something like that. So anyhow, see ya, folks. Thanks again for watching. Bye.